Make sure the mic's actually on. Nice. I recorded last night without the mic on. Yeah, so I wish we were doing a little fun little drifting video today. Fortunately, we're not. We're going to be changing the oil. So we had a little mishap. If you noticed that the clips on the last mountain driving video were kind of weird, it's because I would drive for like a minute and then I get a drivetrain malfunction. Finally know what it is. This intercooler is internally leaking, I'm pretty sure, which is common on these engines. Got a new one coming on Friday, so until then we can't really do too much. But I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was leaking like a little bit, so I was like, I can probably just make it through the day. We'll grab some distilled water and just top it off every once in a while. At some point it was like empty after like 20 minutes of driving. So I was in the mountains. I was literally about to have a fucking panic attack. I'm like 3 hours away from home in this fucking like quaint little mountain town. I guess quaint might not be the right word. It's Jerome. If you're from Arizona, you probably know. Super cool town, but I was literally about to have a meltdown. I'm sitting in traffic. Everybody's driving super slow because they're all probably tourists. They're like, wow, that's so awesome. And I'm about to have a meltdown because, so misfire, check engine light comes on. I think when you get that, it just shuts down those cylinders. But I thought, because I cleared the code afterwards and it started running on all 6 cylinders again, I thought I just like killed 2 cylinders. So I'm like literally like about to be fucking shaking because I'm like, I just ruined this fucking car. While I'm 3 hours away, I'm gonna have to get a tow. But I have a fucking meltdown. Luckily, I cleared the check engine light and it ran fine. I made it home fine. It honestly drove fine, so fingers crossed that it's fine. Obviously, getting water into your like combustion chamber is not a good thing. I just started it right now. It seems, I mean, it starts and it moves, so that's probably a good sign. So today we're just gonna change the oil. It's probably fine, but if there's any water in the oil, obviously we want to change that out. I'm also going to be changing the spark plugs, but I'm probably going to do that in a different video because it's a little bit more involved than I thought. And you have to do like half the stuff to take the intercooler out or the charge cooler, I don't know. It's kind of all the same shit. To do the spark plug is kind of like half of the same job, so I might as well do it all that the same. But we can get the oil changed out, and at least then I'd probably feel safe enough to drive the car if I needed to drive it. Obviously there's no coolant in the intercooler, but yeah, it'll make me feel happier to know it at least still works as an engine. So yeah, we're just gonna do a quick little oil change. I got some Super Tech Walmart brand 5W30, fully synthetic. It's just the cheapest stuff. I feel like all oil is pretty much the same. Obviously not exactly, but as long as you're changing it out, I don't really think it matters that much which brand you're getting. I'm sure the BMW folks on the forums will disagree. You have to run the OEM BMW oil or else you're gonna fucking turn your engine to a freaking bomb. But yeah, jack this thing up. Fucking loosen the drain plug, fill it up. I'm not even gonna change the filter because it's probably fine. That's freaking it, pretty much. I just had to start the engine like fucking 5 goddamn times to try and get this thing up on wood blocks. And it's still only up on like one side. Hopefully this is high enough. Definitely smells like freaking cooked coolant. Smells like freaking pancakes out here, which usually would be a good thing. If it smells like pancakes in this situation, not a good thing. I think we're Gucci. Oh, maybe not. Motherfucker, dude. I'll just jack up the side, I guess. Fucking wood blocks just sliding around on the fucking floor. It's crazy, out of all the cars, that this is the one, like being a performance car where like things are more likely to go wrong. And you can't put the car in neutral without starting it, which is fucking the stupidest thing that you could possibly imagine. Like, I've owned this car for like 3 months now, and twice I've run into a situation where I probably shouldn't be starting the engine, and I have to because you can't freaking put it in neutral unless you like take the whole fucking like shifter shit apart. I don't know, some stupid shit. All right, let's try this again. I don't even know if I've jacked this car up since I've put the lip on, so I guess we'll see if the wood block's is even enough. Oh, just barely, bro. It's like a millimeter or two. That's wild. Oh, bro. It's literally like 1/8 of an inch clearance. That's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem if I get lowering springs. Or when I get lowering springs. Just a fucking little push at a time. Alright, we got our fancy oil filter removal tool. Might have to take my word for it a little bit here because my tripod's kind of broken, so it only goes so high. And we're just going to loosen this a little bit so the oil will come out a little bit easier. That should be gooch. Just realized we got some fresh new spider web / spiders right where I fucking rest my head out on the crawler, so that's always a good time. Hopefully killed those motherfuckers. The guy on the forum said, just thinking about how this thing is a freaking Allen head. Mine is a 17. Just a little bit different. Crack this bad boy open if I can muster up the strength. It's the first time the crack has ever come in handy. Usually I'm like pissed about the crack, but I just got stuck in there and it's gave me the perfect little leverage there. I'm gonna grab some shittier gloves. Forgot some. Or I'm gonna use this spider towel. Hopefully the spider gets caught in the oil and drowns in it. Not really sure which way this shit's gonna come out. It's my last good pair of gloves, so we're trying to spare them as much as possible. Long ass bolt, bro. Huh. Yeah, the oil mostly looks fine, which is... Oh damn, I definitely fucked these gloves. Kind of annoying that I'm changing it, but definitely a good thing in terms of this engine continuing to last a long time. Never hurts to change your oil, obviously. This shit is coming out pretty fucking slow, so I'll be back. So BMW says 6.8 quarts. Guy on the forum said 6.5 quarts. Of course, this thing doesn't have a freaking dipstick, so kind of just gotta wing it and hope that it's all good. I think we're gonna do like 6.5 quarts because chances are you didn't get all the oil out, even though I let it drain for a while. There's probably still some in there, some residual oil. So we'll go for 6.5. This is 5, and then we got two 1 quart bad boys. One thing about these freaking Walmart ones is they don't have a freaking handle on the side. It's on the top, which doesn't really make any fucking sense, but it also calls for 0W30, but I don't think they actually sell that in America, so you got some good old 5W30. Not really that much different. It's like the perfect funnel prop. On the Civic, it's like super fucking annoying because the funnel like doesn't really fit in there, so you gotta like hold the funnel while you're pouring it, and then you're using these shitty Walmart things, so you gotta fucking like grip it by the side, just raw strength. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, luckily I can move the car. I'm pretty sure the intercooler is literally empty, so I don't think we're gonna get any more water in the engine anymore that wasn't already in there. Also, it might be a good idea to change the spark plugs anyway, because I'm guessing the tune probably wants them gapped a little tighter than factory, since it's running more boost. So that was 6, so this is be our 7th. We'll just throw like half of this one in there, and then go from there. Ayo, got the double seal. That shit was tight, boy. Ain't nothing getting in there, boy. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you know, but I've never changed your oil before. There's like a little marker on the side that shows you how much you've used precisely. So it's about 500. We'll add a little sprinkle more. That should be Gucci. And go ahead and close everything up. See where we're at. This is probably my least favorite part of the whole process. Just trying to put the oil back in the container. It always seems impossible to not make a mess. We're gonna try our best. Probably would be a good idea to put the level side facing you so you can see how full it is. It's not something that I am currently doing, so we're just gonna wing it. Lots of winging it going on here. It's like the craziest shoulder pump you'll ever get. I'm gonna go ahead and use these two to kind of keep that one straight. You definitely don't want it tipping over. I'm sure I've done it before. Not too messy. Pretty proud of that. bing, bada boom. Gonna go ahead and call that a dub. Alrighty. Car still runs. The minimal amount of oil on the floor. Call that a success. Catch you guys next time. We got some exciting stuff. I'll give you guys a little sneaky peeky.